Yeah. No?
¿Ha visto la foto y va a salir corriendo?
Sí, el que me coja a mí.
Okay.
¿Quién tropezado? Is everyone in? Almost. Okay, they're just joining. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the break, the second break. Food was lovely. I think it was better than the first one. Personally, I don't know. Yeah, so next session is about building personal AI fitness coach with BTP. Amazing, huh? And for that, Igor is joining us all the way from Poland. Yeah.
Wrocław, yeah.
Yeah, Wrocław. So first of all, thank you very much for making that huge trip as well, and for joining us in the SAP Inside Track. So over to you.
You're welcome. And hello, guys, again. Thank you, Antonio, that I can participate in this event, and I'm glad to participate. Let me shortly introduce myself. I have been working with the SAP environment over 17 years, generally with ABAP, and I participated in implementation, migration projects. Last 3 years, I have working as a SAP BTP solution architect. So, let's get started. Agenda, my presentation, that introduction, huge level. No, next step. Let's go to the next step. As you know, nowadays, more and more people want to have particular prepared fitness advice. Not in general, but prepared for specific athlete, for with the anthropomorphic data, specific anthropomorphic data for specific ability, physical ability, and prerequisites, and more additional data. As usual, current fitness application mostly don't have this purpose and this abilities. So the purpose of this project, that is 100% proof of concept project, create fitness coach, a GenAI fitness coach with Ollama GenAI and BTP, SAP BTP technology. So, are you expected this architecture decision? Classical, SAP way. So, we have to SAP AI Launchpad, we have Generative AI Hub, we have S4HANA, out of the box, perfect. But when we get a trial account, we don't have that part. No, we don't have AI core, we don't have Launchpad, AI Launchpad, and we don't have Generative AI Hub where we can deploy our models. So I prepared this architecture decision, and our Ollama server, that is dedicated server, we can even more, we can install your dedicated server on your laptop, and we can use Postgres instance. And so But when we can replicate this case on your home lab server, but you should install previously on your laptop cloud connector and make a configuration on the connectivity part of trial account. So, technological stack. First of all, CIMP cloud application model, Node.js under the hood, Postgres SQL instance as an internal application data, Fury application, that is Fury elements, 1 hour, and we can generate huge front-end applications, and yeah, STRAVA API, and Ollama server, dedicated Ollama server. In my case, that is a virtual machine with 128 giga memory. Yeah. But that isn't enough. Without the GPU, you cannot work perfectly and correct. So that technological stack I said about it. Aha, yes. We will use, I'm using XS UI instance as a security and user management and destination service from the connectivity level, of course, and our data REST service exposed Node.js services. Why STRAVA? And what does it mean, STRAVA? STRAVA, that is web service, web platform, which provide ability to track users' activity, physical activity, exercises, and athletes can share, analyze, and record these activities. Furthermore, more than 300 million users worldwide, and STRAVA propose open API, and we can ask about access to this API. STRAVA can give you this access, because we cannot get access directly as a private user to Garmin API. So we use STRAVA, and STRAVA provide huge amount of parameters, athletic activities, and we can analyze these parameters. What does it mean, Ollama? Ollama itself, that is API server, which provide abilities to deploy open source LLM. LLM, that is large language models. So we can use any of huge list of Ollama models. I took Ollama 3.2 model. That isn't new model, but you can work with this. So, as I said, we can make HTTP request to Ollama server, and Ollama receive answer, prepared answer by model. So this is a flow of our project. We grab activities. So I assume that we make activities during a week and prepare from these activities prompt and feed this prompt our LLM. And LLM prepare for us next week fitness plan or running plan from my case, because I like to run, and I run huge, and I want to analyze my running activities. So we grab activities from STRAVA that can be job, and in production system that should be job, but in my case that is manual action. And I mean action which I call manually, of course. And I provide feedback for each activities. And after that, we put these prepared activities to the dedicated Ollama server. And next step, we are waiting about 10 minutes maybe. And I'm prepared demo, as I know that can be trouble with connection. And that is a screenshot. I prepared profile and running plans application, and profile that is anthropomorphic data, and my preference, my purpose, and running plans that is a detailed plan made, which prepared by LLM. In my case, that Llama. So that profile application, that running plan application, that standard master detail application, few elements, nothing new, and that activities which assign it to this plan, and that is video. I think nothing important, but I show. Next step, I prepared a video with the answer after LLM performance, but I cut in an appropriate place and without magic when plan appeared in our screen. So that is 100% generated running plan. And oh, sorry, something. How can I return? Oh. Again, sorry guys. And after when LLM prepared a running plan, previous plan updated LLM with the analyzing previous plan, and we can see Okay. Ah, wow.
So just a presentation.
Antonio, can you help me?
Oh yeah, using, wait, maybe, your screen sharing is paused, it says. Let's just restart it. So share again. Yeah, screen, share. Okay, that's it. Yeah, hide this floating thing, and there we go. That's it. Yeah, we can see that again.
So that is a new plan, and previous kilometers was 40 kilometers, and LLM decided to add me 84 kilometers and add new new exercises, new interval details, plan details, tempo runs, and recovery. And previous running plan was updated by LLM, and we can progress description. LLM receive information about progress and my progress. So summary of this LLM model and abilities to make and analyze activities. For this particular Llama 3.2 model, that I can say so. GPT chat version 4 make better prediction analysis and recommendations, but we cannot use GPT-4 in our Ollama server. I use orchestrator design patterns for this, and we can use several type of LLMs. We can use Mistral, we can use R1, for example. We can use Ollama, different versions. So for better analyze, we should attach several LLMs and use, I can say, more dedicated server, but that is production version. For my project, that is no need. That proof of concept project, and yes, we can use BTP, we can use Node.js and Ollama, and we can replicate this project from your trial accounts without GenAI Hub and additional costs. But there are some challenges. First of all, STRAVA API. STRAVA API has a concept refresh and access token. You cannot use destination out of the box. You should use actions under the hood and make direct request to the STRAVA API and refresh get time by time refresh token. So yes, I prepared library for this. Next step, Ollama. Ollama, yes, of course, that is classical API, and we can use destination concepts. Perfect, but timeout, that is one and huge problem. You should try and try again and again and adjust your network speed, and Ollama dedicated several powerful and you should buy even more JPU and try Rise LLM or Ollama with the JPU. But we can give answer from Ollama on the BTP side. So I use LangChain library, but only prompt template class, because LangChain want to use LLM class, and when we declared LLM class, this LLM and put, for example, Llama LLM, this Node.js library want to directly connect. We cannot use it because we on the BTP environments, and we should use destination conception. So I only use template prompt class, and with the mustache additional parameters, and that is complex prompt, and I use 3 agents for this purpose. Motivation agents, agent which created a running plan, and analyzing agent. And step by step, this agent enrich current state of athlete, and at the end I simply from this state create new running plan. Which is business value. So business value is not a huge of this project, but which is benefit that we can create personally project, and can create business plans, and can analyze and try to attach more models, and maybe later create a perfect business application with the BTP environment. So I try to check, is it possible use BTP and Ollama and API and STRAVA API, and maybe later attach Garmin API, maybe Samsung API, and create perfect prepared commercial application with the SAP BTP environment. Yes, it's possible. With the SAP BTP environment that we can create easily, and we can easily add additional servers and additional databases, and so on and so on. But for the productional version, I can recommend use HANA Cloud, and that increase our speed. And yes, of course, I would recommend to use SAP GenAI Hub, that perfect and perfect prepared and that easy, without struggle. That Q&A session, and first of all, I cannot share my repository because I use company some libraries, but Anup Mayura, that guys on the create a Python version of this fitness coach. You can get a prompt from this repository, and this prompt need to adjust, but that prompt works. So I'm ready to your question. Yes.
I understood that the Ollama server you used had 128 gigabyte of RAM. Is this correct?
Yeah, in virtual environments, VMware.
Okay. That's pretty much. So you used a bigger model.
No, that's Ollama 3.2, 3 gigabytes. That is not a big model.
8 billion or 7 billion.
Yeah. No. Ollama 3.1, that is 6 billions.
3.1,
But-
not 3.2.
But I use 3.2. That's pretty small model. But I think will be better use Mistral or Google LLMs.
And you put that 3 billion or what few billion parameter model into that 128 gigabyte virtual machine
Yeah.
without any graphics accelerator.
Yes, indeed.
So it took that why it took 10 minutes to respond. So it's
5-7 minutes.
5 to 7.
That doesn't matter. That's
Not
quite
immediate,
quite long.
response. What do you think it was the biggest challenge or the most important challenges when you try to make everything work? Because my experience when trying to work with agents and templates is more like that especially prompt versioning is extremely important to get consistent results. So what do you think?
My struggling was with the timeout error, first of all. But when I work locally with the Docker containers, that worked pretty average, I can say, without a long about 2 minutes answer. But when I migrate to BTP, that was different.
What was, do you think, the reason for the difficulties with the?
Maybe network. Maybe network.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because this dedicated server is in the company environment.
That's why you use the cloud connector.
Yes, of course. But a cloud connector prepared from the company environment.
Ah, okay.
We can use cloud connector, install on our laptop, install Ollama on our laptop, deploy a small model, and check. And I think that will be work perfect for personal use.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry guys. One more thing. SAP Inside.
Yes.
I want to invite you you of all to join us to SAP Inside Track in Wrocław, and that will be 7th of June, and that perfect ability to connect us and speak about new technology and about SAP community, Poland SAP community, and have a nice time, and of course visit Wrocław. Thank you.
You can stop sharing your screen.
Roberto starts with talking, so we have to switch the microphone.
Yeah, so you
But
just,
Roberto starts.
okay, just hold it. So then you just hold it. So can you share your screen? I think I already gave you.
I'm
access.
already in now, so here,
Yeah, just that. And then share screen. No.
oh,
Share
so we
screen.
have
No, share screen.
here,
Yeah, share screen. Share.
and this should work, right?
Yep, awesome.
Here you have to hold the microphone.
Very good. Cool.
I will walk to the front.
Okay, so now we have Roberto and Sander from Rojo Integrations.
Sandro, over
So
there.
you might have heard about Rojo Integrations. They've developed a couple of adapters, for example, for SAP Integration Suite, correct? For cloud
Correct.
integration. So they're going to talk a bit about integration, my favorite topic.
Yes, there we go. Thank you, Antonio, and thank you, the SAP Spain community. It has been great to mingle and feel the vibrant atmosphere here. I have to say, Antonio, when I heard about the event, I thought, yes, it's my first opportunity to give this type of session in Spanish, my mother tongue. But then he called me, Roberto, can you give it in English? So, yeah, next time we'll do it in Spanish, maybe. So, yes, Rojo integrations, because indeed, I think some of you have heard about us, maybe some don't. Roberto, Viana, and Sander Kool, we both working at Rojo. Lots of experience doing SAP integration for many years. I wrote also in my previous life the SAP process orchestration book together with my co-founder at Rojo. And today we are here because we have good news. We have great news, and we want to bring it to the next level. What SAP has been doing all this time in this wonderful world of integration, and thanks to you, many of speakers have also brought the good news about advanced event mesh, integration suite, AI, and anyway, SAP is talking about the intelligent and sustainable enterprise, and you cannot have that without integration, because it's about, of course, getting everything together. This is what we have prepared for today, and of course, we will be happy to answer your questions at the end, and we'll stick around for a while. And yes, we believe this is very interesting for everyone, whether you are an end user or a consultant or a partner. It's a win-win for everyone. So, like I mentioned, Antonio mentioned, yeah, we have indeed done a couple of things around Rojo integration suite. But basically, the story started a long time ago, and it started because we saw that there was a need. There was actually a mission, an ask from the SAP world to have a partner which will not consider or do integration as a byproduct, but to give full focus and dedication and quality on integration, because we saw, unfortunately, many projects failing, delaying because poor integration governance, poor integration implementations. Of course, sometimes it went well, but we have been with this mission since the beginning, and SAP has also noticed that, and yeah, it has taken us where we are today, a powerhouse in SAP integration. That's what the only thing we do, We will show you more about that later on. Of course, we don't do that alone. We do that together with SAP as one of our strategic partners and other partners that you see there on the screen. We organize, by the way, every year so far in Barcelona. Maybe we have to do it in Madrid going forward. The Future of Integration, which is also an opportunity to share a lot of things around integration, not just by Rojo, because we are an enabler, but by SAP, by the clients, by the users. And it's a very nice event to attend around October, more or less, in Barcelona. And yeah, that has resulted, of course, in a collection of services, but mainly software and products that are adding value in this whole journey of integration. So how do we do that? Just in short, we believe we are unique in what we do because we cover the entire life cycle, right? It starts from strategy, governance, implementation, but also the software that powers that. We call it our SAP integration accelerators. And today that's the focus, of course. But next to it, we have also managed services where we also join together with the clients and on their behalf, of course, provide the whole set of services and, if necessary, the platforms, everything to get everything connected 24/7. So we're coming, of course, from this is a Dutch company with a Spanish name, so we thought it's quite appropriate to bring a piece of Gouda cheese and to this session. But I wanted to also, to set the tone, to set the context about integration, what we're talking here. What does a piece of Gouda cheese have in common with an Apache helicopter? Anyone has an idea? I did ask ChatGPT, and it came with some funny suggestions, like everyone loves Gouda cheese and Apache helicopters in the Netherlands. Well, I cannot contest the first one. The second one, maybe in these times, could be true. But the truth is that there's something in common has to do the two things. Obviously, these products, like any other product, they also go through a supply chain. And in the end, they need integration. They are also dependent on SAP and the integration behind it. But it has also a personal story behind it, because these were actually, many years ago, one of my first projects where I was thrown into. And obviously, if you see, okay, Roberto, a cheese manufacturing fabric, that's not so exotic. That has no challenge. But what if I tell you that this factory, or this machine that I had to connect to, like the coffee roaster machine of Antonio, it did only understand hexadecimal and could only communicate to a network card that only accepted TCP/IP request. So it was quite a challenge to send a LOIPRO, IDOC, and MATMAS back and forth. And with the Apache helicopter, similar thing. That thing was not online, only when it landed on a ship or whatever it was at that moment. And we had to rapidly find a moment to download the flight data and upload it to SAP. Very nice, but that was my introduction to integration. And since then, I fall in love with integration. I never left it because it's every time different. So this gives you a little bit of idea why we love integration. But I think already many others mentioned it here. This quote, I brought it because it's not mine. It's from SAP, actually. I hate these reels that today, on LinkedIn and YouTube appear. But this was one of those reels from a guy at SAP telling that actually 77% of the world's revenues transaction are touching an SAP application. Let's digest it. This is massive. And I didn't have to do a lot of research. Luckily, the McKinseys and they did it for us. So apparently in 2023 alone, there was a total revenue of $2.3 trillion generated by only global payments. So that's not even the entire revenue. But if you put that into perspective, these are mind-blowing amounts. And if SAP is involved in 77% of that, that gives you, of course, an idea what we're talking about here. And not only that, these amounts will keep increasing by a minimum 5% yearly. And so does the complexity of the integration behind it, because the customers, the users, they expect simplicity and speed, but the complexity to integrate those systems, those processes, keep increasing and increasing. And that's what we're trying to simplify and to keep going. So it brings me to this. No man is an island. It's a very known quote as well, but actually no system is an island, and especially for SAP, it applies. Whether it's CRM, HR, finance, supply chain, you name it, AI, LLM, processes, they all need data. And SAP, being the center of gravity, is continuously thirsty, and all the systems are thirsty for data. So this gives you, of course, I think at this stage we are convinced that integration is playing an important, essential role in the global economy and anything we do with many supply chains. So looking at this, I'm not going to take you to this because this is the job of Udo Palzer. Very nice guy as well to explain this picture, and I think some of you already have mentioned it. But I want to focus, I would like you to focus on this side, on the green part, because that's the part where Rojo is playing an important role. Rojo has been, because of all these developments and the strategy of SAP, of course, to making integration an essential part of RISE with SAP, with SAP BTP, etc., and the intelligent enterprise. We have taken the mission again to expand and tremendously increase the amount of adapters provided by SAP. So for all clarity, this is not Rojo selling this separately to you. I mean, this is any partner, any SAP user has this to their disposal by acquiring the license of SAP CI. So you have it there. And this amount of adapters will keep increasing because there is a necessity for it. And we see it, of course, from what we are discussing here. So I wanted to give you this. This is not this property secret or company secret. This is also published by SAP. But of course, we are zooming into it because we believe this is key for what is coming, of course, to us. And these are a collection of adapters which have been already released. Others are in progress. Of course, when you request more or less of these adapters, they can be shifted in priority, right? Someone can disappear suddenly, some others can appear. But probably you already recognize some cool third-party applications that you could use in your processes, in your use cases, at your client, in your solutions. And I think this is of course where I meant with this is a win-win, right? Because if you are successful as a partner, as a consultant, as a freelancer, whatever you're doing the job, your client is successful, everyone wins, right? SAP is also happy, we are happy. Yeah, cool. Another thing I wanted to mention, of course, there are many different ways to get to Madrid, but not all of them are as convenient or smart. So same thing applies for third-party integration, right? We have open connectors. It was something that SAP had to offer because there is a need for it, and still there are in some cases that you have to go there. But you see here, by the way, on the right side is the open connector way of integrating. And on the left side, you see the native adapters that SAP is providing, powered by Rojo. And you see, of course, I don't have to explain you, it works smoothly, it feels better, natural when you're doing this type of integrations, the iFlows, in SAP CI, instead of going out of the platform and need to configure something else. So from a specialist perspective and recommendations that we are doing to our customers, especially when they are migrating or moving to CI or paying the technical debt, reconsider your choice of open connectors and consider using the native adapters that CI has to offer. Here we have put some differences for you to have a look. Performance, the ease of development. Of course, you have to jump into a different platform. It's a different way of working, of course, etc., etc. So, also from a future-proof perspective, we believe that that's something strongly to consider, to have this in mind when designing, when giving your recommendations, when reviewing any design or use case for your clients. And I think now Sander wants also to show something to you. This one?
Have your micro.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that works. For me, I was very happy that we were told to do this in English, because Spanish it would have been a drama. So just that being noted. Yeah. So Roberto stressed the point is that SAP can be the sun in your ecosystem. S/4HANA, ECC, S/4HANA Private Cloud. But you will have a lot of different applications in an enterprise landscape, right? And a lot can be third party, and that's why this need of integration is there. Of course, it's also within SAP, Ariba, SuccessFactors, Concur. But I think the strength of a platform as integration suite relies on connecting everything. So it means also everything, and you want to connect to third-party SaaS as well, and that's where we come in. And looking at what I wanted to show here is just what Roberto just mentioned. It's part of what you have already in integration suite in B2P. So you can just discover it yourself, try it out, play with it, and discover. So that's kind of where I want to go to. So let me go to some tabs. This is, I think, has already been shown by a few other presenters. It's Accelerator Hub. I think it's a nice advantage that comes with SAP B2P compared to any other iPaaS, where there is so much content that can be used directly. Here you find the events discovery, where Antonio already mentioned. You can find the APIs that are available on S/4HANA backends. It's very native friendly to discover. And the same, you kind of have it also in the B2P integration suite itself. So if we want to integrate third-party application, you want to work with the tool that is intended for it, which is B2P integration suite. And here you see this open up. And the adapters that Roberto mentioned, you can just search for it, right? So of course we go for third-party then, given that on one side is SAP backend, the other side is maybe Salesforce. As a developer, you're thinking, oh, I need to integrate SAP with Salesforce. I need to understand how it works on the Salesforce side. How do I know the API? Is API discovery the same as was shown here for S/4HANA? Similar, you have these challenges with understanding a new technology that may be there in the landscape. So in order for SAP to easily integrate with it, we have these adapters. So I think I'm lucky that the session is alive. You can go to the package and then just click, and it's import capability. So when you have this license, you already see, for example, Salesforce PubSub adapter. Again, it's event-based technology on Salesforce side, and you can start using it, and you can start importing it. One thing I want to do is move this bar a bit because I see a bar. And then this is how it looks if you have just a simple integration flow. You can go for extensive patterns, but how can I already start working with it? It's just loading the canvas of the integration package. You see some crosses here. It means, it's not an operational running end-to-end integration flow, but that's not the point here. We just want to show how easily you can start using it and discover it. So my presenting bar goes a bit all over the place. So let's do edit. And then here, if I click on there, it will show you all the adapters that are available. So let's say we're talking about Salesforce PubSub. You just select it. You need to integrate with Salesforce, and here you can set up the connection. Of course, it's already embedding the authentication schemes that are there as good practice available, which you configure it. You then select some processing capabilities. This is how you process the events, and you're up and running. You can get started. And that's how it works for all these adapters. So it really accelerates this part. I think this is so far what I wanted to show on this part. So that's the adapter. But now let's go one step further, because the adapters, they are a Lego block that you can start using, and it helps you to simplify integrating with this third-party SaaS. It can be Workday, can be Jira, can be Salesforce. But now you will come in a particular challenge that business-wise, you need to translate, because you're working with different data models between, for example, a Salesforce and an SAP. So how do I know how to map this? How do I know how to build this integration? And here, there's a high value in this integration content. What we just saw on the Accelerator Hub, you can also discover in the same way. So here you find real templates that you can start using to accelerate these type of integrations. And it will cover basic mappings, translations. Think about business partner scenario. We were talking already about sales orders, business partners, common objects. How does this relate to on the other side? You want to already figure out how you can easily get started. And with this prepackaged integration content, I think Forrester published a study on it, you will accelerate 60% of your delivery. So this is also what you see coming back in Poll. So this is a reel where you see that. So integrate with any different type of integration scenario. Also out-of-the-box integration, that is the integration content that we're talking about. So a lot of people would know this iterative process of discovery of how you build an integration. This will be simplified with integration content because it's more choose and select. It doesn't mean that you cannot extend, that you cannot adapt it to the ideal integration pattern that you have put in your governance, but it is a great way to get started to accelerate your delivery curve. We already saw this, how you can discover it for the adapters. The same is for the integration content. So you can browse and start actually copying and start using it already. The same for the configuration. You can configure it, and ideally it should already run right away. But it's makes a lot of sense that you adapt it and tweak it according to your integration pattern governance as well.
Sander, if I may say something,
Yeah.
I know the audio is there, but this is of course also according to what SAP is also applying now. So we have done the same with SAP for SAP Signavio, we're doing the same thing for SAP Sustainability with the same purpose of accelerating the adoption and making things smoother for the adoption of these platforms. And of course with the same flexibility to expand it and enrich it with the business requirements as necessary per company.
So these are some of the business and IT benefits that hopefully you can see how quickly you can accelerate. Again, this is what Roberto was talking about. This is not only with these third party, we're also working very closely together with SAP on Signavio, it was mentioned. So SAP Signavio integration with any of the third party applications is there. You can start using it today, it's available, you can use it. Same for SAP Sustainability, which is coming up. A whole extensive SAP Sustainability platform where you can track your footprint as an organization. You want to have the integration data coming from S4HANA, from ECC, and these are available via standard integration packages. So that gives you a lot of advantages to get started with. Also here, very quickly, I want to show the discovery part. Now I will show it from the Business Accelerator Hub, how it works. So you can just type here Signavio, for example, and you will actually, let's do Signavio integration to make, you see already that you can now also browse to integration tab, for example, but you go to SAP integration, you will see here, for example, integration with Coupa as an example. You see all these patterns, integration flows that already are figured out according to best practices together working with SAP and this third party. You can start using them and start getting the headaches of integration, take them a little bit faster away. Let me go back to I'm also conscious of time, then an example use case, how things have been accelerated with just the set of these integration flows, a lot of discovery and initial business requirement alignment. It's only about adjusting and optimizing and customizing. We already have our framework and our standard business mappings, orchestrations already in place. So it really accelerates and shows that you can focus on other things to make sure it fits in the end-to-end process. End-to-end, this is an example of how it works with, for example, S4HANA Cloud towards Salesforce. We have the configuration. We add here a business partner on S4HANA. And by then running the integration content, which is there out of the box, you will sync it towards Salesforce. So you will see it appear on the Salesforce system as well. So this is in a nutshell how it can accelerate. I'm aware, conscious of the time, so I think we are wrapping up in a little bit. But this gives you a clear view on how that works. Here in Salesforce, you will see This is just a demo account. John Doe, it shows up and it integrates. So it really accelerates very quickly.
And SAP has, I think, recently also released the Forrester report where these gains of 68% when compared starting integration from scratch are also confirmed by companies utilizing this type of template, package content. So it's really there, and us coming also from from the ground and from all started with the old days with the XI, PI, PO. We really see that we are in different times, and there is a lot of gains with this type of capabilities, but these are also with the product.
Yeah, can you imagine you are in error alerting phase and now going back again to the adapter? But for example, yeah, the Jira was already mentioned as one of the ITSM tools. You can, of course, you should do this in your exception handling process. You can out of the box, create a connection towards Jira, use the authentication schemes there, and configure your scenario accordingly. So you can sync towards Jira. Same for anything else. Think about ServiceNow or any third-party application.
If I can add something.
Yes.
Also, there's, in case you're not aware, in the SAP Developers YouTube channel, we recently published a couple of SAP Tech Bites,
Yes. Yeah.
which are basically done in conjunction with Roho as well. So there's, and it shows you end-to-end the integration between an SAP S/4HANA Cloud system with, for example, Salesforce or Workday. So have a look at that. And I know that the integration, the consultants integration team within SAP is actually working on more videos on that. It's called the Connect Everything series, so keep an eye on that.
Correct.
I don't know if it was part of the presentation. I spoiled it.
No, I mean it's actually we have showed part of it because if you look at this this particular what we just showed, this was actually one of those scenarios that are triggering this, and we want to also focus on the business value it creates. But absolutely right, and we will keep continuing that for all these third-party application adapters and content on the roadmap. So we have heard very positive feedback on how it can accelerate integration in general.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, please let us know right now or maybe later on. And we are also offering, because this is actually, with the purpose of accelerating the adoption of BTP integration suite and of course your SaaS integrations with S/4HANA. We are offering a 1-hour discovery session. A lot of customers are doing it, so that's very cool.
I have a question. So I see 4. What are we going to do with that chocolate?
They were meant for the best questions, but we are here.
So thank you very much.
No, they are here for to grab. We did have a restriction in weight from the Netherlands, so you can grab first come, first serve.
We'll make sure that you don't take that back.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I think this covers it, right? We wanted to show what's all possible through third-party integration, and that you're not alone, and you can start accelerating using this content and the adapters as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions? Any other questions than Antonio's question?
Con café está bien.
Ah, muy bien, muchas gracias.
How do I disable it? Stop.
Sí, dale stop sharing y ya está.
Here.
Stop sharing.
There it goes.
Yeah, that's it. Can you, what about Zoom? Can you install Zoom? Okay, well, so you need to join the Zoom. puesto a compartir tu pantalla? No, continúa. Compartir pantalla. Sí. Y solo minimizar eso de compartir la luz. Listo. Ahora vete al otro video. Al principio, ¿no? Ok. English, sorry. Thank you very much to Rojo for the presentation. And last but certainly not least, we have SAP champion, Lluis Salvador, who's going to talk to us about Customer Insights Dashboard, something like that, right?
I will try. I will try.
Ah, you will try, okay.
It's a new tool.
Well, you need to share the screen. You're not sharing the screen. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I'm sharing, Antonio.
Well, what happened? You actually closed Zoom. Okay, launch meeting again. Okay, so yeah, just launch in Zoom again. This is your microphone, by the way. You need to join again. Yeah. So wait. He will give you. I'll stay here so that.
I close.
Okay. Vale. Esto, continuar. Pantalla.
Can you hear me well?
Compartir pantalla. ¿Listo? There you go. So, compartir. There we go. No se ve.
El tema es la barra esta,
Sí,
aceptar.
No, pero aquí, dale a aceptar.
Vale,
Ya está,
que tengo aquí.
esta le das ocultar. Ya está.
Ahí,
Entonces, ahí estás.
perfecto. Well, hello and welcome to the last session of SAP Inside Track Madrid. My name is Lluis. I will avoid my presentation. I'm just working as a SAP consultant in a partner for a long time, and my expertise is for solution manager, Cloud LM, SAP support, enable now, and so on. And for today, I was thinking to talk about Cloud LM, but SAP take my place, so I cannot do that. So I find a new tool inside SAP for me. I have a question for you. How many of you works regularly with SAP for me? Often. With all of the tools inside SAP for me, or some specific? Okay, let's see what I'm talking about. This is the content of my presentation. So we have only 15 minutes, but I'm for sure that you don't have any worry of any rush to talk about support services, user management, SLA, and so on. But I think of you, and I removed all of the slides, and only left 10 to focus the session. Before to start inside the SAP for me, I would like to talk about SAP community. So SAP community is one of the great places to start knowing people, meeting new consultants, and asking questions. So I started maybe in 2007, before to learn nothing about solution manager, and I learned with the help with Dolores Correa, with Bernard from support, Wences, and other SAP mentors, and they are conducting a lot of events in the world, like our colleague from Poland that I mentioned. I don't know if you are here in the list, but maybe. We have also another one in Spain that is in Barcelona, and you can join every one of them. But to engage and to meet people and to participate. And how you can participate? So you can follow Joshua's post as an introduction to the SAP community. So here there is like a learning hub learning training course. So you can start starting to do activities, questions, and participating inside the community, and that will open you to a new people, a new consultant, and so on. And this is a great opportunity to learn, for example, about SAP Enable Now. So maybe when I remember that when I started with SAP Enable Now services in my company, so I used the SAP Inside Track groups in Madrid a long time ago, 2019, here in Madrid in another office, with Antonio Leites, Bernard, and Philip, and a lot of people, also Antonio de Ancos. And now we have the news that in 15 days SAP discontinue SAP Enable Now and release the WorkMe application as a new recording and learning solution. So I will need to go to the community also to share and to talk about. Now let's talk about the SAP for Me. In the SAP for Me, you can see the different views inside the SAP for Me. You can have a customer access, you can have an independent access, or you can have a partner point of view. Here in the menu, or maybe a big one like an SAP. So in the menu, you have different options, but there is a new one, is the reporting solution that this open an overview of all the customer infrastructure. What can you see in this report? So look at this. All the purchases, solutions from your customers, all the systems, all the status, the SLAs, an overview of the SAP response time. I have to say, Bernard, that these numbers are very, very, very good for SAP. Optimism, right? You can see also the license consumptions, the maintenance, and also the system infrastructure. When we jump inside the SAP, for example, and another view, I cannot share with you a lot of the views because I'm using the corporate side or company data, so maybe there is a restricted information. But I would like to include this screenshot. This is an internal test system from SAP, and you will see a new functionality. Here, in the cases tab, you can see a report of all incidents reported by customers to SAP, even if the case or incident has been reported by a partner, because sometimes the customers don't create any case. There are partners, freelance, independent that create the cases. So now in SAP you can adapt filters and modify the information of the result. So here you can see which partner is reporting more cases and forwarding them to SAP. That allows customers to check and to monitor what are the partners doing in their infrastructure. So this is, I don't know if you are aware about the SPU functionality, Service Partner User. So the Service Partner User is a new functionality where the customer send an invitation to a partner, join inside the SAP for Me instance, and create incidents in the name of the customer. But SAP record that it has been recorded by a partner. And if the partner is doing well, you will see here. You will check the information here. And if the partner is not doing well, you can also control here. And this is related also with the famous Learning Hub STAI certified. But there are some gossips that in the future SAP with that can control and avoid to join some customer instance if you don't are certified in the product that you are supposing to support. So there are a lot of dimensions to play with the records, with the charts. So this is quite pretty. So mainly there is a customer value for this information. If you have an overview of the customer infrastructure, you have an overview of the users that have access to the SAP services, and you have also a control of the health of the system, of the productive systems. But let's go to a different point of view. So, because most of you are not a big corporation that can access to all that information. So you can see that maybe for partners, there are some information that are more interesting than others inside SAP for Me, and smart customers usually didn't know nothing about SAP for Me, because in small or medium customers, they have an IT department, outsourced it, on another panel doing implementation. So it's quite strange that they know this information. What are the key features of the SAP for me? From my point of view, you can have the more important value of the SAP for me is in this kind of reporting is that you have access and overview of all the infrastructure of the customers, the SAP watches, the cases, the license consumption, and the system landscape in only one place. You don't need to access to the SLA, to another systems, or neither to the cloud ELM solution. So even for free inside customer SAP for me, you have all this information. You can also control the user licensing consumption if you have authorization for that. And also, in the future, you will control, maybe Bernard, you can fix me if I'm wrong. In the future, this is my prediction, SAP will launch here all the support services inside enterprise and so on when you request and go live and so on. So you will be able to check here if the SAP service go live, database migration check, or TQC or CQC. You will be able to check or include that in this kind of report. Let me check. Let me share with you some kind of.
I'm not deeply involved into it, but
Makes sense. It's not true, but makes sense. So here in the SAP for me, you can see here a header with tab, a fancy geographic distribution of your company. Maybe that can help you if you would like to work outside Spain in another country. You can see that here in the company have another office, but here you can see all the corporates that are included in the CC group. So I remove quickly to avoid to be recorded. But another important point of view of this fancy map is that here you have access to all systems of the corporate. So maybe if you are interested into landscape distribution systems, and you don't know if maybe there is another colleague in another country that have a license this product, from here you can have this information. So one more thing we can see, the system landscape distribution by roles, by development type, by solution, BTP, so on. The incident, if they are close, the amount. But here, from a manager point of view, this is user reporting. You can use the cloud analytics solutions, quick view, and so on. But from a managing point of view, you only would like to check that if there are troubles or problems or bottlenecks in some kind of cases, or maybe if you have an implementation project and there is a deadline because SAP support is not answering correctly to you, or maybe a new support package that provoke. From here you can filter and only display that ones that are big troubles. And at the end, an overview of the SAP Watch. This is parallel to the SAP Watch dashboard. So this is a single scope of the SAP Watch information inside the SAP for me. And with all of that information, when you go to the managing director, that when you would like to report the current status of your SAP infrastructure, maybe, and now the SAP for me, you can take screenshots and copy now in a Word document and print and send to your manager. But from the SAP for me, with the new Customer Insight dashboard, you have the option to create two reports. Now, one is live, the incident or case overview report, and the another one is not live anymore. Now, it's support insight report. But I'm quite interested, Bernard, about the future of this support insight report. So,
send me your question.
right.
I know to whom direct them.
Yeah. So when you generate the case report, here you can see case volume data, the error, different grades. Then you can print in this digital era and send to your manager to check the report with data. And that's it. This I try to do quick and fast. So no, it's fine. So I don't know if you have any question about SAP for me. Any one of you knows that kind of report or the dashboard. I discovered past week.
Just a curiosity, because you can see license consumption.
Right.
Also, SAP always does the review by their side, and these numbers are not matching 100%, right?
Sometimes, right.
So it's just like an indicator more than something
It's
like
for orientation.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not the same information like the separately watches and users and because here you have the last 6 months of information or 12. If you go to the license tool Cookpick, you have the real information of the moment. So this is a collection of all the information from different systems collected inside SAP for me. At the beginning, some years ago, it was very not so good solution, but now I can say that it's pretty good. I'm very expected in the support report for. Any more questions? No more questions? So we can finish.
Well, that's a wrap, I would say.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you everyone for coming. I hope you enjoy the event. This event would not be possible if it wasn't because of the different sponsors that we have. So we have obviously SAP giving us the space, SAP community contributing a lot of things. For example, all those packs that you receive. Salsa provided, for example, the food. Coten provided the beverages.
¿Te gustó?
SAP Press. We haven't done that. So yes, wait. Give me a minute. So we have 4 SAP Press ebooks that I can sort of give out. So we need to pick 4.
¿Lo conocéis esto?
And for
Lo
that,
A ver,
we're
nota.
going to-
Ya.
I can just share it. Yeah. We can just share it. Okay. I'll try connecting to the full transparency. Okay. Yeah. Are all speakers still here? Salvador is not here, right? Okay. Well, maybe we can call him so we can have like a photo of all the speakers of the event as well. Yeah. Continue. Right. Share. Okay. Yeah. So, randomly, I found this random picker.
We cannot see, there is no trumpet.
There we go. So there's the list of everyone that sort of is supposed to be here, or at least was here. So if they're not here, then sorry, we'll pick someone else. So let's see. The first one, Tiago. There we go, Tiago. Okay. I'll keep your name in mind, and then we're going to. I'll send you an email with all the details and all that sort of stuff. So Tiago is the first winner. That's it. No, it's an SAP Press ebook. So okay, so. Then we have Felipe. No, he's not here. He was the speaker that was supposed to be here. So sorry, Felipe. Anna, there we go. So yeah, okay, perfect. Let me see 2 more. Maria Teresa. She's not here. She's one of the speakers, actually.
Roll it again.
Well, I don't know. Let's make a consensus. What would be the? Huh? Okay. Yeah, if you can check. Okay. Stand by. She might still be around. J. Casares. Ah, there you go. Jorge. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so Jorge, Tiago, Ana, and maybe Maria Teresa. Let's see if she's still around. So if you can, well, he's looking for her, so yeah, so they can come and we can have a photo as well. But yeah, thank you very much for making it today. Like, I know that it takes a lot of effort. People traveling from Poland, from Italy as well. We have a couple from Italy here. Lots of people from Barcelona, from La Coruña. You know, it's not around the corner. The people are traveling here from Valencia, from Valencia, yes. I don't know, anyone else traveling from somewhere else? From Pamplona, Germany. Well, DJ coming from England as well. Yeah, you know, so it's like, yeah, Germany. Sorry, I missed you. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's funny because that gives you an idea of the, I would say, the importance of the SAP community, you know, which is quite good. It's something that I really like. Like, in the end, I don't know, I'm sure that I'm going to bump into many of you elsewhere, you know, other SAP community events. Also, like, I haven't mentioned this, but it's like, it wasn't just myself organizing this, so it was also Antonio de Ancos, another Antonio. Bernard also, no, not here. So Bernard as well. Well, we got together, and also with Philip. Yeah, so it's the four of us who organized this. Hopefully next year we do it again. And yeah, thank you very much for coming. And yeah, I think that's it.
I think these two guys, especially these two Antonios, they deserve really a special applause because they did.
Yeah. So yeah, all speakers that are here. So if you can just take a photo, and that's it. I would say I can put the SAP Press thingy here somewhere. I have it. Repost. Muchas gracias. Gracias.
Bueno, si hay otro me invitas.
Sí, claro. Sí, vamos a ver. Sí, solo quiero poner atrás. Yes. Give me 1 second. PNG. There we go.
Sí, ya le paso un contacto, le he dicho que...
Sí, so let's just stand in front of that something, and then they can take a photo of us. Yeah. Who else is here?
Can we invite you to Wrocław?
Actually, Vitaly mentioned it to me, but unfortunately that week I already have. I'm traveling to Paris. I think we already in June. Exactly. I think it's. I don't know exactly.